Hey everybody, this is Jim Moyna with the channel Moyna Bass Fishes. I'm a professional bass fisherman from Minnesota and have been competing professionally since 1995, just to give you that one credential. All right, in this video I have picked up my Fluke box, okay, and I'm just going to grab every one of these baits out of here one at a time and just make a quick comment about them. All right, and this box is what I carry in my boat with me everywhere I go. It's got all the flukes that I use, pretty much all of them. So here we go. It's open. All right, this one, okay, is pink. This is the pink Zoom Fluke, Super Fluke. And the reason why I have this in my box was this was probably about 15 years ago on Lake Champlain, right around the spawn. I was fishing in an FLW Tour tournament, drew a co-angler by the name of Todd Lee from Jasper, Alabama. And we both had a limited fish that day, but Todd caught quite a few more fish than I did. He weighed a bigger stringer, caught more fish than I did, and he was throwing this bubblegum pink colored Zoom Super Fluke. I was throwing various combinations of spinner baits, jerk baits, and top waters. And eventually I switched over to this, but by then it was too late. So there's that. Okay, this is the same bait, Arkansas Shiner color. I did well with this many years ago in a practice on the Potomac River, in practice on what's, I think it was called the Wade Bottoms or Wade Flats. Did really good on it in practice. Tournament kind of sucked. Okay, this here is made by Billy Rub Baits. And I just had him make these for me this year, and it's kind of the white ice color. And I caught some fish at Sam Rayburn in May on this, fishing the hay grass. So that's a nice looking bait there, really soft. Oh, okay, same company, Billy Rub Baits. Again, now, in that tournament I just described where I was using that, I had a co-angler throwing a slightly different color, and it was just a sweet looking color. So I got back to Minnesota, got hooked up with Bill Frazier from Billy Rub Baits, and this was basically the color that my co-angler was throwing, and I love this color now. I never really threw it much, but it's kind of an off gray on the bottom, and it's got these just a really cool sparkle pattern on back with a little bit of blue and black pepper and some hologram, or is that silver fleck? I can't remember now. But really like this one. It really looks super cool in the water. I mean, better than the white ice to me. Okay, bright another Zoom Super Fluke, white albino. Great color for dirtier water, I think. And smallmouths will eat this one up as well, doing the old moping technique. Here, what do we got here? This is the green pumpkin, or no, is that watermelon? Yeah, it's so, the lettering on it is so worn out. I'm not sure if it's green pumpkin magic or yeah, that looks like green pumpkin magic. So, or no, what that is watermelon magic. So what watermelon magic is? It's got gold flake and black pepper with a watermelon plastic. And the only reason why I have this in here is because I've done well with the green pumpkin magic at various times, various places, and so I decided to buy some watermelon magic, which I really haven't exploited this color much at all, even though that bag is kind of beat up. It's just been going on a lot of boat rides. Here's straight up watermelon. One of the biggest smallmouths I've ever caught. Actually, 2 out of 3 biggest smallmouths I ever caught on ever. They were all 3 of my big smallmouths ever I caught were on Pickwick Lake back in the 2000s, and one of them was probably like 2002, 2003, Carolina rigging, just a straight up watermelon Zoom Super Fluke. Then I was back a few years later and practicing for another FLW Tour tournament, probably about 2007. And honest to God, Carolina rigging the same bait. This smallmouth looked like a giant pillow. I mean, I didn't weigh it, it was in practice, but it was massive, massive. The one that I mentioned previously, we weighed it on a boat scale, it weighed 6'9". So this one I'm talking about was so incredibly big that I mean, if somebody said it weighed 8 pounds, it might have been 8 pounds. I mean, it was just ungodly big. All right, next. Here we have, okay, it's in a Zoom bag, but these are not Zoom lures. This is what's called a Gambler topwater stud. It's not really the true Fluke-style bait, but the biggest bass I've ever weighed in competition weighed 10 pounds, 4 ounces, caught out of Lake Lanier. Yes, I said Lake Lanier, 10 pounds, 4 ounces. The year was 1999 in March, pre-spawn. I was Carolina rigging this, and caught that massive, massive largemouth. This bait also, I haven't thrown it much in the last 15 years probably, but it's also been responsible for a lot of catches, including a Redman tournament victory on Lake Minnetonka, but it was responsible for a lot of Lake Minnetonka catches as well. There, smallmouths and largemouths out of Minnetonka. Okay, here, I haven't really caught much on this. This Billy Rub Baits poured me up this really bright colored Zoom Super Fluke, and I really haven't used them that much, but I saw Seth Fighter throwing this on the St. Lawrence River in a Bassmaster a couple of years ago. So I went to Billy Rub and I said, hey, pour me some up that color, which he did. Here's the Green Pumpkin Magic Zoom Super Fluke there. What do we got in this one? Oh my gosh. Do I even say anything about this one? If this is, yeah, okay, you guys, I haven't caught much on this in a long time, but this was a huge player back in the Rainy Lake tournaments I used to fish. Boy, do I even show this? The only reason I'm showing this is because I haven't caught much on it in recent years up there. But back when the smelt were just all over the place in Rainy Lake, especially in the North Arm, I would throw this worm right here. This is it's made by Lunker City. It's the Sluggo SS, I think is what it was called. And this was a great finesse bait. When the fish kind of got a little off, we would go to this and throw it on a little tiny jig head. And this is, I mean, this was a huge player, but not anymore for some reason. Just, I mean, I bet I could go still get it to work, but I don't know. I guarantee it's got a place. You know, it had a place on Rainy Lake. If you got smelt in your lake, try this on like a light jig head of some kind. So there, oh man, that's such that, and that was like a blue. Had kind of either go with like the Arkansas Shiner type color, or that was like a blue shad kind of color. So either color was good. So yeah, I can't even believe you guys got to see that. But like I said, I haven't caught anything on it. I haven't caught much on it in several years, but I'll guarantee you it'll work somewhere right now. Here's another one. This bait, you know, long before people started calling it moping or Damiki rigging. I mean, I was hanging like the bait I just showed you on jig heads for smallmouth, and hanging this on jig heads for smallmouth. This is a Lunker City Finesse, and this little color, really sweet color. I don't know if they still make these or not, but let me, this is just, it's almost like a white ice kind of, but not quite. It's got kind of, it does have kind of the shad shimmer to it. So that little bugger right there, man, that was a good smallmouth catcher as well on a little on a jig head, just hanging it over the side, making short little casts, and just letting it glide back to the boat. All right, this next, all right, we'll just grab all three of these here. This is the Castaic Jerky J, I believe, right? Well, that's what I'm calling it. I think that's what this is. So I got 3 bags of those. This color I haven't used a whole lot, but it looks pretty sweet. And same with this color. The color that I really have been favoring is a steely kind of a gray steely one. And this, I mean, you could hang this on a jig head, although I haven't done that myself. But also I've used this, this was really good as a scrounger, on a scrounger jig head, which I believe Jason Lambert kind of made that famous. But I also put this on a chatterbait as well, as a chatterbait trailer. And I caught a few years ago in Chickamauga while I was fishing in a tournament. I actually caught one that weighed on a boat scale 11 pounds. This was in practice. It was on a chatterbait, but this was the trailer. And then the very next day, I caught another huge fish. It probably was a 10-pounder. It might have been 11, but probably 10. And same thing, same exact chatterbait with one of these on the back of it. So, but it gives you a bigger, bulkier presentation, and definitely is a big fish catcher. That's for sure. I have at times struggled with trying to get numbers of bites on that thing, but if you get in a lake with big fish, man, you throw that on a. Got a lost soldier here. We'll put him right there. Anyhow, yeah, put him on put that thing on that chatterbait and hold on tight. This is the baby bass Super Fluke. Okay. It's just a good universal color. It's got kind of the gray bottom. It's got like goldish, greenish top. And, you know, I've had these forever. And I got a bunch of these. I can't honestly say that I've really found a favorite niche for that, or do I have a great story for that one. Here is this is lemon shad zoom, and same thing. I thought this color would really work well. I still carry it with me, you know, just like I carry that bubble gum with me, but. You know, it'll catch fish, but I don't have a great story about that one. Here's the little baby junior Fluke. And here's another one I don't have a great story about, but it gives me more of a subtle offering. It's more of a natural color. It's just waiting for its moment. That's why I carry it along. It's got a moment. What else we got here? Oh, this. The reason why I slumped down is because I'm going to be showing you. I really don't want to show you this, but whatever. This one. This is like they call this Pro Blue. Watermelon Pro Blue, maybe, or yeah. So it's a watermelon base, but it has like a kind of a blue sheen on the outside of it. It's a great freaking bait, and especially I've had really good luck around spawning fish with this one. I don't know if that blue sheen gives off the same kind of a sheen that a bluegill might give off or whatever, but I've actually thrown regular watermelon fluke at a fish, and it just doesn't care about it at all. And then you throw this over there, and all of a sudden that fish just comes alive and is all about this thing. So another great, this is another junior, Super Fluke Junior in the white ice. Another good bait to Demiki rig or mope with. Here is the scented jerk shad. I don't even know why I have this in here. This is by Z-Man. So, oh, this is a sweet looking one. So, anyway, well, I guess Jeff Gustis in Canada, didn't he win the classic on? I don't know if this was the bait and the color, but that's a sweet looking freaking color right there. Very natural looking, good clear water color. Hang that on a jig head for smallmouth and hold on tight, as they say. So we're getting that. We got about, I mean, I pack a lot of stuff in here. So, but we're getting down to maybe another 10 bags. So here's a bag that I've never even opened. I don't think I've ever opened this, but it's got some really tiny ones. So these are Yum. I don't really have any story other than I felt like I should have a really small selection in there in case if I ever felt like I needed it. Those are some more watermelon ones. I had 2 bags of those. This is, what the heck is this? I don't even know what color this is. Is this green pumpkin magic? This is green. Another bag of green pumpkin magic. Looks like we got here. So hey, we're moving along. This one, this is by Charlie's Worms. I always thought this would work out good on Lake Okeechobee, and I never did. I should probably just take it right out of the box. But it has all these gold flakes in there. It's kind of a root beer or a dark root beer with all these gold flake and with all that gold flake, copper gold. I always thought that should work well in Okeechobee. This is where I bought them, and I have no catches, nothing significant to tell you about that one, other than I've never caught hardly anything on it. This is by Billy Rub. He gave me, he just poured this color up for me 2 years ago. It's kind of a watermelon with some red and gold and green fine flake in there. This one, I in practice a couple years ago, I caught 2 5-pounders. This is a pre-spawn tournament. Caught 2 5-pounders, Carolina rigging with this thing, and a bunch of other ones. Then, of course, when I went to that spot in the tournament, of course, I never caught a damn thing. So, these are some jumbo size flukes, the magnums. This is a watermelon magnum, white ice magnum, and Arkansas Shiner magnum. I haven't used these much. I'll say this, my buddy Joe Thrun, he's not afraid to put one of these on and hang it over the side for smallmouth. So, and he'll catch them. I mean, so that's my box. That's it. Box is empty, other than a few lost soldiers there, and a hook. I don't know what this is. It looks like a frog hook. So I guess I can put that somewhere else. All right, well, that's my fluke box. This is probably a very underutilized box of mine. I use it more for, I mean, I'm more quicker to grab this box when I'm smallie fishing than largemouth fishing. I probably, for largemouth, my number one use is I'll put one of these on a Carolina rig. But in that haygrass on Rayburn, that was a great presentation there. Just fishing it on a weightless hook. Oh, maybe that's why I had this in here. I might have been fishing this weightless. That's what I was doing. Duh. Using that, fishing it weightless style. So, but yeah, okay, that's my fluke box. Thanks for watching the channel, and See you next time. Over.